This week on The Dish, we visit Galit, a Michelin-starred restaurant in Chicago where chef Zach Engel's menu takes you on a journey through the Middle East. Before coming to the Windy City, Engel worked at Shaya in New Orleans, where he won the James Beard Award for Rising Star Chef of the Year. Meg Oliver got a taste of his modern cuisine and unique wine list.
2 pita.
In the heart of the Midwest,
Only that brisket.
Chef Zach Engel has a flair for creating some unique Middle Eastern cuisine.
At some point, some ingredient touches live fire, whether it's the charcoal grill or the wood-fired oven. It makes us have like a unique approach that is very different. We have a wood-fired oven, but we don't cook pizza in it. We have this grill, but we're not cooking burgers or steaks necessarily.
The son of a rabbi and researcher, Engel grew up in the South.
Did you find yourself in the kitchen?
When I was younger, I was just kind of trying to feed myself.
You started cooking to survive?
Yeah, to survive. Well, I mean, don't tell my mom that, but.
What did you like to cook as a teenager?
So I definitely started doing my first recipe, real recipe, not just like spaghetti and sauce, right? Was pancakes out of the James Beard cookbook.
As a teenager?
As a teenager. I was tweaking it and making sure I was very precise.
During his childhood, his family spent time in Israel, which left a lasting impression on his taste buds.
There was always food around, and we were always eating, and it just felt to be such a joyous celebration of friendship. All of it has a story to tell, and you can really feel it in every bite that you take.
Try not to do the rotation with your hand.
And he continues that sentiment at Galit. Here on the menu, you'll find his take on dishes like this hummus.
So in the middle is a braised brisket, some carrots, caramelized onions, tomato, and the brisket's seasoned with smoked cinnamon.
And then this is your pita.
This is the pita. So this is wood-fired.
Incredible. Wood-fired. And how long does it take you to make this?
So we make the dough and ferment it for 48 hours in the refrigerator, which helps it develop all the flavor and all of the gluten and everything.
Though his dishes are often classic, he does think outside the box, like with this falafel dish full of chickpeas, packed with spices, and served with mango labneh.
On top are these Persian pickled turnips. So they're like pickled in beet and juice and vinegar, called torchi. For me, it's more of this like break the rules type thing where, you know, most people would say that falafel should not be eaten with yogurt.
It's so good, though. It's really refreshing.
All right, guys, let's go.
Our next course is something he never takes off the menu, his signature pastrami with an urfa Caesar, radicchio, and malawach, similar to a puff pastry.
It's a super long process. It takes us like almost 2 weeks to do.
All right.
So we brine it, and then it gets smoked over coals. And then this is a malawach. So
we just tear it off?
You tear it off. It's a laminated dough.
Okay.
We cook this one in the wood-fired oven because I love the caramelization that it gets.
Engel knew he wanted to tell stories of his own through cooking, but instead of going to culinary school, he majored in business at Tulane.
But I really thought that if I was gonna take a shot at cooking and restaurants, business seemed to be the thing that made the most sense.
After graduation, he worked in kitchens around the world, including the award-winning Sahav in Philadelphia, as well as Shaya, where he received his James Beard Award for Rising Star Chef of the Year.
Was that your version of a master's program?
I'd like to think so.
In 2019, Engel and business partner Andres Clavera opened Galit in the Lincoln Park neighborhood of Chicago.
We're gonna go to 204.
They created a 4-course meal dubbed Choose Your Own Adventure, hoping to create a dinner party-like atmosphere.
Carrots.
It worked, attracting rave reviews and accolades.
After weathering the pandemic, you earned a Michelin star.
Yeah.
How rewarding was that?
It was pretty great. It was very surprising. When I received the phone call from the head of the North American Guide, I was like, you're not being serious right now.
You thought you were being punked?
I mean, yeah, it changed the future of the restaurant, for sure.
In addition to the food, the majority of their wine list also hails from the Middle East.
In the beginning, did people come in and think, wine from Cyprus?
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing people always say is like, it's too hot for wine in the Middle East. I appreciate the sentiment, but there are an incredible diversity of geography and climates in the Middle East that give us a wide array of wines.
What does this taste like?
This is a dessert wine. It has very like raisiny qualities, but it has like a
that's
caramel kind of
smooth.
butterscotch vibe going on there.
Oh, that's good.
And so we have a lot of desserts that are very spice forward.
Desserts like this melt-in-your-mouth chocolate cake infused with coffee, topped with crunchy hazelnuts and peaks of meringue on the side.
Fantastic. So good. The hazelnuts.
Toasted and then a little candied. And
just
there's
gives
a
it a
little bit in
little-
the mousse on top too.
Yeah, the texture is amazing.
Fire Muspacha brisket 2 salad team.
Now, at 36 years old, Engel is taking the time to reflect.
I've worked very hard my whole life to be able to do this. Sorry.
It's okay.
It's a dream come true. I mean, I think that it is an affirmation that hard work and persistence and pursuit of excellence can help you to get to fulfill your dreams.
Bravo, Chef Zach. We've been chowing down. The falafels amazing,
good.
right? These carrots, cumin braised carrots with dukkha. So there's like hazelnut and feta on top.
Took me all night to cook this.
Sure it did,
Thanks for
Jeff.
doing that for us, Chef. No, absolutely delicious.
More carrots,
Oh,
more
the
carrots.
falafel's
Yeah.
really good.
Right?
Right. Oh.
The Dish is sponsored by Oceana Cruises. Your world, your way.